Hey guys, what's going on? King Sway here with another horror story for you. Today we have revenge between party members. So we're just going to jump right into this one. Here we go. This post turned out really long, so I'm sorry in advance. Warning, probably contains spoilers for some adventure, but I don't know what it's called. So a bit of backstory to set up this post. Me and 5 other really good friends have been running a campaign of D&D 5th edition for a few weeks here. The DM is the father of 2 said friends. I think we just wrapped up our 5th session with all 6 of us and finished a quest to cure a disease called frigid woe. The horror story part was set up in the few sessions done before I and my brother joined the party, and just reached its climax tonight. Basically what happened was that one character, a dwarven sorcerer, was possessed by a wraith, or something like that, and killed the halfling ranger. He then promptly died. He was saved when the dwarven fighter threw him into a rift. The sorcerer, henceforth known as Raj, was revived by wild magic, but lost all of his memory, went to a monastery, and trained to become a monk. Fighter, henceforth known as Isterus, and the so far unmentioned human rogue, Kevin, went on to gladiatorial circuits with Isterus' background. That's what happened before my brother and I joined the party. Isterus' player alluded to conflict arising between Isterus and Raj once Isterus found out about Raj killing Reed, the ranger, but was mostly ignored so that we could just continue the story. Our quest eventually led us to this dungeon full of undead, including an undead scientist who had invented the frigid woe, but also had the cure. I was playing a Tempest Domain cleric at level 3. My brother was a wizard, level 3. Kevin was level 3. Raj was level 3 as well, with the monk, with stats better suited for a sorcerer. Reed's player had made a new character, an RP-oriented bard at level 3. We were all level 3 except Isterus, who was level 4 fighter with a 21 AC. Really? Wow. We battled our way through the dungeon. Bard used all his spell slots, got knocked down twice, and had less than 10 health. My cleric had used both of his 2nd level healing spells and 3 first level ones, and was sitting on 7 health. Raj had used all his key points. Wizard had used all his spell slots. We were worn out, and we knew we were nearly done with the dungeon, but Isterus, as a fighter, didn't use any of his special abilities, and had only 1 hit point left. Wow. Somebody better come in clutch with something on this one. That's all I know. We got to the end of the dungeon, and the undead scientist immediately talked to Raj, because he could sense that he had faced undeath, and alluded to him having killed Reed. Isterus, piecing everything together, immediately decided he needed to attack Raj, and wouldn't stop asking whose side we were on. None of us wanted to pick a side, so we just tried to keep the 2 of them apart. At this point, Isterus' player had essentially assumed control of the game, and the DM was letting it all slide as character progression. So Isterus remained determined to kill Raj, as we all just tried to stop him. The bard got knocked out again, and we all were basically out of tricks to do anything about it, so we continued to just force Isterus to play around us. We all knew he couldn't really do anything about it, and I could tell everyone felt kind of uncomfortable with the whole situation. Every time we tried to reason with Isterus, in and out of game, he kept just saying, Isterus is really mad right now, and instead of using his agency as a player to make reasonable decisions, he would just say we need to run 18 DC persuasion check against him. That's bullcrap. It was very derailing to the story, and it felt like no one was playing except Isterus' player. And gee, I wonder why. That's something the DM should be doing. Roll persuasion check. Yeah, no, he's ruining the whole roleplay. We eventually managed to finish the quest through all the tension. Raj locked himself in the scientist's lab and promised to help him with his research, which allowed him to access the key for the cure chests. He slipped that key through the door, and still with an irate Isterus, who went with Kevin and my brother's wizard to find the cure, which they did easily. We all met up in the hallway again, and Isterus' player essentially demanded a cutscene-esque situation where he forced Raj up against the wall and yelled at him saying, Isterus will never move on if you don't let him do this. And at that point, Raj's player didn't really care anymore. So we get done with all that, wrap up the quest. We all just kind of stand around talking about how the party will continue to function. Isterus' player insists that Isterus would never be comfortable in a party with Raj, and he demonstrated that character development is more important than anyone else having fun. Raj's player is, kind of past the point where he gives a damn anyway. He's a monk with no memories, and he's more suited towards being a sorcerer with his stats. I'm not mad at Isterus' player. I know he's just trying to tell a compelling story, but in so, he entirely ruined the last hour of D&D for the night and for the rest of us. I'm not sure how we're supposed to continue in the party where Isterus is just going to leverage his min-max combat stats and railroad us into whatever he wants to do. I don't have any hard feelings toward Isterus' player. I'm just frustrated that he leveraged the situation like that, all in the name of character development, and potentially ruin the chemistry of all of our characters. TLDR, player used his broken character to railroad a bunch of spent casters into revenge on another character. The end. Okay. There's kind of actually a lot to kind of unpack on this one. Dude uses min-max character. Like, I'm all for character development. Again, I will point towards my fanfiction gaming channel where we actually upload our sessions and what happened with my character Dakarin. But character development where no one else but you matters, or it kills the whole vibe of the game, that's being selfish to a degree that just shouldn't be allowed. I don't know why the DM allowed that. Like, he literally from what we're hearing, he literally let the player take over the whole story, and everybody should get a turn with this. I don't understand why that was even continued. So what I'm guessing is, or what I would have suggested is, after everybody rested up, kill Isterus. Or send him on his way or something. Like, we have full power now, cuz like, you ain't about to bully us like this. Yeah, you was Debo when you had us in the first half, but we Craig with the brick. That's the way I feel about it. Comment down below if you feel the same way I do. Comment down below if you feel differently than I do. Just, let me know how you guys feel about it. If you're new to the channel and you like the story, think about subscribing. If you're not new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet and you like the stories, think about subscribing. I'm King Sway, and we'll catch you in the next one with another story. Later, guys.